so good. Just the numbers are very low. It's just what it is. He received the buff in the previous patch. We do have some extra damage coming out from that Ink Swell, and also 20 seconds less cooldown on level 1 ulti, 10 seconds less cooldown on level 2 ulti. And the reason why they picked it is leash mechanic against Pango, against Piranha. It feels good in theory. I just want to see how good it's going to be for the game. This hero, I don't know. I always bring smile to my face. This hero, throughout the last like 2 years, had a so low win rate that it's insane.
I was talking to Cinder actually a couple hours ago, pre-sleep, about the moment when they released Grimstroke. Like, oh, Mars is coming. But right now is Grimstroke. Whoa! And everybody went home to their computers and how broken this hero was when it first came out. When Soulbind slowed as well.
Yeah, it was something ridiculous. I think
great
we
Ink
started
Swell
with like 90. It was like 70, 80, 90 or something. It was pretty ridiculous. Now it doesn't even slow. Now it doesn't do anything. You like also need to put more points in Phantom. Like you want to have that level 3 Phantom because level 2 also dies. But you also want to max out the Ink Swell, and you also want to deal damage. So you want to get Stroke of Fate. Like it's one of the coolest heroes that we have in Dota. That's how I feel about him. But it just feels that he's not just doing it. There's so many better 4s, so many better 5s out there. But yeah, last pick, Ybb. Big fan. I feel like it's a really good game for him. You're playing in the Templar Assassin, so you're going to be building Radiance, and also against the Primal Roar, against Electric Vortex. They do have a limited amount of stuns. They could burst him, however, later down the line with just one Phantom's Embrace, and Templar Assassin could kill him. She might build into Silver Edge later on as well, so there's this combo that Ybb does not like to be playing into. It's break mechanic into silence. Even with a trap, like it also gonna work out once you upgrade that with a shard.
This core Abaddon is something that bothers me in my bracket. I feel like I just never know how to deal with it when you're just getting run at by Curse of Avernus and right-click down, you have no answers. Feels like it could be quite strong. You can already see Radiance is in the quick buy for Ulu. And we're taking a look at all 3 lanes. One of the things I'm really concerned about, at least for Xtreme, is Paparazzi. I feel like his performance has been lackluster.
I was about to say the same word. It just feels that he's been playing the worst, I would say, out of all Xtreme Gaming. Might have been a couple of bad games. We don't know what's going on. But some of his performances, like especially the Queen of Pain one against LGD, even the second game, he looked relatively lost, I would say. But maybe on his signature Storm Spirit, he's going to be able to show what he's made of, that he still has it.
Yeah, you're not going up against White Album, say on the Lestrak that he really loves, or a couple of these other heroes that it feels like is White Album's go-to, but still in the Tiny feels like he could be pretty strong, and if Paparazzi's not too careful, he might just drop.
Was that intentional? Lestrak was his go-to?
Yes, it definitely was. White Album already there with the bottle, so is Paparazzi. And I'm looking at both these heroes. You know, we've seen Storm love to rotate at level 6. See if maybe we see White Album do the same.
You know what Storm Spirit loves more?
Arcade Rune?
No, when people rotate to his lane, so he doesn't have to waste time. So we can expect to see rotations when he hits level 6, and he also loves his supports dying so they can refill his bottle.
Yeah, so let's see if Kaka goes out a little bit too far, or maybe we see DY just, oh, I died. Let me refill the bottle in my mid.
JT also sending board to top lane to make sure that there is going to be a rune secured. Maybe they could have played it differently. Board tries to deny the rune. Paparazzi steals the bottom one, but also a bit more like some of these smallest plays that these professional e-gamers make. It's always nice to see.
I love Second Chakram. I love Serenity, Seeds of Serenity, and I love when you say e-gamers. Pro e-gamers.
Professional e-gamer athletes. Yeah, that's what they are.
Just getting longer. Professional e-gamer athletes. Oh my gosh. We need to keep extending that. Ooh, up here top, level 3. So he's got 2 in the Aphotic Shield and 1 of the Curse of Avernus. Hey, I'm like watching Kaka trying to harass with Stroke of Fate. It's just
it's not working out.
No, it's so costly at 100 mana. And Red Panda just gets to do way more with Scatter Blast, it feels like, for 85 mana.
You also don't get the full value because you want to use Stroke of Fate on the creep wave to get that extra damage. But Red Panda, he's playing on the side.
Yeah, he's just been sitting here, and now there's the cookie. This could be first blood. Inkswell, maybe a kill afterwards. With the axes thrown, Red Panda will still fall to JT, but the Curse of Avernus procs, and we'll throw some more right clicks over onto the Beastmaster.
That was a bit too overzealous from Grimstroke. Try to play as aggressive, gets Cookie in, and just straight up dies. Doesn't have any defense tool if he gets initiated on. And we'll refill the bottle. This is what we talked about.
Yeah, both of them come over and they're like, oh, I guess we'll refill the bottle. We might as well. Our mids are very
Red
desperate.
Panda, they're getting close. He wants to deny, but knows that if he commits, he might actually die here.
Yeah, Vortex into like an Inkswell or something like that, and Red Panda might just explode. White Album's also coming over. He wants to play aggressive. His Paparazzi's going to stand too far forward. Avalanche toss combo, especially at level 5, is going to hurt. Paparazzi needs to be pretty careful.
A rare Heart Studio. It's voice line.
There's a couple teams in China that really like the Fart Studios unintelligible voice line, I guess it would be called. I guess sound. Voice sound. So, you know, we've seen a couple teams. I think Vici likes it as well. Also, we see a lot of Vici lines getting spammed.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Red Panda. Now getting completely zoned out here. More doing the work.
So for right now, Boar just pushing him away. He's here a little bit early for that 6-minute rune. He got pushed all the way over here.
All right, just camp here for 40 seconds. It's okay. Does have a sentry ward. Let's see if he places it down, and he does. So trying to make a rotation before Storm Spirit gets level 6. Tiny doesn't really need that level 6.
Centaur Conqueror being shifted over by DY, and that will chase away Red Panda. That works.
They are sending summons to Paparazzi's lane. First it's Boar, now it's Centaur Conqueror. They are really playing around him.
Avalanche, toss, arrow, and the Centaur Conqueror gets the stun, but they've got the Star Storm from TK to get the kill on a Paparazzi. See, now this is very unfair. You get a Centaur.
Big combo.
And a Boar that Inkswell actually works, but he misses the follow-up stun. Okay. I was going to say, they get 2 heroes and you get Centaur Conqueror.
Yeah, really, it's not fair. DY, he still has a leap charge. A bit low on mana, but also 2 stick charges, so he should be okay. Not too bad for Aster.Aries. Like, we've seen them throughout the DPC, where they have first, like, 10, 15 minutes, mostly 10 minutes of the game. They look really good. Now, first rotation.
Yeah. Swashbuckle, disarm, DY, no impetus, so not exactly the easiest kill, but eventually they'll get there. And Red Panda going to be chased down as well with the help of Ghost, but with the TP from the Tiny, they don't want to commit. They're a little bit scared to go all the way through for Red Panda.
Paparazzi, he's low on mana. He does not have anything, just the Clarity running.
Toss available.
Another Avalanche in a couple of seconds. They want to save Ghost.
Cookie lands, and with that, I think Ghost just dies here.
TK actually gets the kill with Arrow.
They really just overstayed their welcome and let Red Panda kind of come back into the fight. Now he's full health. DY is going to use the Nature's Attendants, and Paparazzi's got a little bit of mana to work with, but I don't think they have the damage to take care of these heroes.
Kaka is like, keep them busy, guys. I'm getting some solo XP on the mid lane. It's all good. I need my levels on my Grimstroke.
Need that level 6. So please make sure that you guys keep them up. Kaka, Paparazzi. Kaka only level 4, but he's gotten 202. I don't really know what to expect from this Grimstroke.
I want to see a value point in Phantom's Embrace on level 5, and then you're going to get a point in Soulbind.
Avalanche, Stroke of Fate, arrow coming in. That's going to hit a creep. Inkswell, that'll pop. Cookie away. White Album tossing Paparazzi into the air, and they're going to continue to chase the Tiny Stroke of Fate. But Kaka, with the Star Storm and the damage from White Album, will end up getting the kill onto the Grimstroke after he dies.
That's a big one.
Regen Rune picked up by TK and taken away from Paparazzi, who has no mana.
Oh, man, if Paparazzi picks that one up, he might be able to get the kill on TK. Regen still running, goes back to full mana.
Pango. He's getting run down here by Ghost.
Solo kill.
That is the exact sound I made. Oof.
Yikes.
Seriously.
Pango only level 5 there. We see 5, 6 heroes on a mid lane all the time. Paparazzi will dodge it.
Ooh. Arrow was thrown over by TK. White Album. Now the Impetus shots are coming over, but they've got the cookie again. And they'll look to get the kill on Akaka once more. Phantom's Embrace. Impetus. The damage with the Stroke of Fate. Almost enough to take out TK.
Yeah, that level 1 Phantom's Embrace, not really doing much. You can easily kill it. And my favorite thing to do as a Beastmaster or as a spectator when Beastmaster's in the game is stack some camps with the boar and use axes to kill them. It's very satisfying. Also, the sound is pretty nice. Beastmasters before, they did not go for boots most of the time at all. Maybe just the brown boots. You wanted to get that Helm of the Overlord creep as soon as possible. But we see Beastmasters going for a different build, putting more... Oh, that's a big one.
Arrow,
oh, no.
Toss up. JT. He falls. These stacks are in a little bit of danger, and so is Kaka. Place down the obs. They look at this ginormous stack, and oh no.
Guys, please,
yeah, I worked so hard on this. This is what I did with my boar all game, and now everybody is here from Aster.Aries to take part.
Mortimer's Kisses, finish it off. Like, even Ulu comes here, wants to get some of that sweet dough. They actually stole everything. This is massive. This is going to set Beastmaster back so much.
Yeah, JT is not going to be happy about that. Ooh, now level 8. Gosh, that is a very strong Abba. Yet to take a point in the borrowed time, but he's still holding a point. And he's got 2,100 gold going into that Sacred Relic, which will eventually be that Radiance.
I want to see cameras from Xtreme Gaming to see how pissed they are about these stacks. Especially, yeah, look at JT. He's not satisfied.
Yeah, not happy at all. Arrow with the toss. That is a long duration arrow, which means DY is going to die. I feel like we're always looking for reactions on some of these cams, but it just makes me think back to when we always look at F-Line. It's just stone cold straight.
Literally nothing. Yep.
Yeah.
Same face. And they all got like 4 neutral items, maybe even all 5 from that one. Let's see what Tiny's holding. He's holding onto Arcane Ring. There was a broom handle dropped. Abba's gonna pick that one up.
Fairy's Trinket.
Fairy's Trinket that Shanksy's holding. Shanksy not having that good of a time sitting at 0-2 and 0.
Huh. I guess maybe these odds for MeSportsBet.io look right, but we'll see if Xtreme can continue to find some success. Wouldn't really say that last stack take was a success for them in any way. Stroke of Fate breaking the Aphotic Shield. Eventually the Phantom's Embrace does get killed by Ulu. That's supposed to be his wife, right? For Grimstroke?
Yes, his dead wife.
Has to relive the death of his wife every time he throws that Phantom's Embrace on somebody.
I want to see Kaka get a bit more farm priority. Like, I just want to see him get that Aghanim Scepter eventually after picking up the Shard. Because, like, there's so many good items on Grimstroke that you can buy. Like, you also want to have Lens, you want to have Force Staff. But I think maybe rushing Ags here could be the big one. You're playing into Abba with Radiance, make a stronger illusion. That is magic immune. Yeah.
Ooh. Vortex, borrowed time, Inkswell, keeping him close, and they've got the Primal Roar to follow that up, but the Mortimer's Kisses over from the side from Red Panda. The Soulbind, 5 Paparazzi can't survive, even with the leash on these 2 heroes and Ulu sitting low. Just don't have the damage again, and Paparazzi, this is something we've seen a couple times where he has a decent early game, but the mid game finds him dying too many times.
Yeah, those deaths and Storm Spirit are going to cost him for sure. He's only level 8 at the moment. Mirana's about to be level 8.
TK's having a really good game, involved in 6 of the 7 kills so far.
Does have that Blink Dagger available.
And he's going into the Guardian Greaves on the Mirana. We've seen this with a lot of Mirana teams.
I like that. I don't think Moran... Like, sure, some of the players are greedy, so they go for Aghanim Scepter or some Yule Scepter if you're playing into Ursa, and then you have an arrow set up as well. But if your offlaner does not want to buy Guardian Greaves, if he wants to look for different items, and this is what, like, right now, Pango, like, sure, he is a good Greaves buyer, but I'm not a big fan of this just casual Ring of Hell that it looks like he's going to turn that into Vanguard. It's way too late for it, but he's going to commit.
Yeah. I like the days of mid-Pango, Diffusal Blank. Big fan of that.
Same. I don't think offlane Pango is even close to mid-Pango in terms of itemization. You're just not utilizing the hero correctly. Like, you're getting... It's same when, you know, there was a time when certain heroes have been played as position 4, where you, like, only have 2 spells. Like, you don't get the rest. You don't get the value out of it. And now, it's time to try to take out this tier 1 tower bottom. Shanxi with Orb of Corrosion. Vanguard, he's very tanky, though, and pretty difficult to take down. So it seems like it's just going to be trade. JT on the top lane. A bit of a delayed timing on that Helm. This is 15 minutes we're talking about. Usually you see Helm of the Overlord, not just Helm of the Dom.
Yeah, it has been a long road for him to get there. He made some stacks for himself over in the Triangle. Eventually he was able to pick some of those up. Ghost is going to go for the Ancient stacks while he wants to finish off this Deso. He's got the Dragonlance already. Deso is next, and then
11 cam stack, and they
how many
took
did they
like
take?
10 or 11, I would say. Ghost did stack for himself in the Triangle now. But yeah, that was massive. That set them back so much.
Yeah. And that's one of the things we've kind of been seeing as like the theme to Xtreme Gaming's play. Paparazzi mid kind of has like this fall off, and it's all reliant on Ghost to make something happen. Top lane, JT's in the trees. They've got Shanxi under the Moonlight Shadow with the rest of the team coming over. White Album's got that Blink, so Blink, Avalanche, Mortimer's Kisses avoids the arrow, but the Rolling Thunder follow-up. JT's going to be dead again.
Storm going in. Missed the combo with Inkswell. They try to make a play on Abba. Not the easiest skill to get. Ulu, so close to Radiance. Just a 400 gold away. Once he picks up that Radiance, I feel like they should group up. Maybe have Mech on Mirana. White Album, he's chasing. Arcane Rune is available. You see Arcane Rune tiny, you run back. You don't want to take that fight. Unless you can burst him from 100 to 0. And I don't think you can, especially with Abba being close by.
So it seems like Kaka's kind of listening to you. Shard Eggs is the Q.
He understands that this is his like best build, what he can get, like in terms of damage, and seems like Xtreme Gaming, they will maybe look for a Roche fight. I would prefer if they smoke, get 1 kill, because with this Radiance being online, Aster.Aries will take that fight. A bit low on mana on Ebba, however.
Yeah, right now he's taking stacks. Happy to not see them be stolen. He still has this Orb of Venom queued. Had that queued up with the Radiance initially. So just farming. He's farming pretty quickly, but that just feels like Ghost is having a great time in terms of his CS. He's already at 156. He's got himself top of the net worth by a significant margin as well. And if he can get into the BKB pretty quickly, Ghost is going to feel very comfortable in these fights.
I don't know if they want to straight up take Roche fight. You're playing into this overwhelming magical damage. You're also going to get stunned by Pango. Pango against Temper Assassin can be very tricky matchup for Pango. You roll in and you get bursted by Temper Assassin with Deso. You get stunned with the Primal Roar. Sure, you have Abba behind you, so he can use the Aphotic Shield, but then again, like I've seen it time and time again, where you get bursted. So this Vanguard is gonna come in handy, you know, gotta reduce some of that damage.
Okay, so we'll see how much it'll do, because it definitely hasn't been the fastest start for Shanxi, right? Like, now he's ahead of White Album, which is a little bit of a surprise based on how his lane went. But Vanguard Blink next is going to be the Heaven's Halberd. I don't know if that's all going to be enough. Kaka. Swell. Oh, Radiance Burp. All right, that's the counter. Paper beats rock. Go over and get Paparazzi. Actually gets bounced away from the arrow. Not going to matter. Even popping the illusion room, but he won't survive the onslaught coming in from Aster.Aries.
Rest of the team is doing Roche. 3 points in Inner Beast. Seems like they don't know that this is happening.
Are those 2 deaths worth it, though, at the end of the day? To just get this Aegis? Or does that really rely on
I don't
what
mind
we
it too
see
much.
from the Aegis?
You also have Temporary Assassin with Deso, so you take it like relatively quickly, and you also don't want your Roche to be stolen. If they got another kill, Aster.Aries could have potentially gone inside the Roche pit and taken themselves.
They are starting to look like they are moving around the map quite fluidly, though, for Aster.Aries, and that's a scary thought when you're Xtreme Gaming.
Ulu going back to Falcon Blade on his Abba and wants to get just a casual raid. It looks so funny. Like, as a carry queuing up raid band, 20 minutes into the game and then going for Manta style.
Yeah, Wraith Band, Manta. I wonder if he commits to the Wraith Band.
Commits to the raid band. Commits to that 500 gold item.
Oh, I mean, it slows down the Yasha. It's a commitment. But he bought the blade. All right, so he's not too sure just yet. Avalanche in, toss up, Mortimer's Kisses, and trying to heal him up. And now they've got the Soul Bind, but what do they have to go with it? Nothing. That feels like another Soul Bind that just is kind of thrown for the sake of it. They do have the Shard picked up by Kaka, so he's got the upgraded Inkswell. It's now a strong Dispel, but still, I just haven't really felt the impact from this hero at all yet.
He needs to play with Storm Spirit, and they also need to play away from Abba, because he's just way too difficult to kill. Maybe try to get a kill on support, try to kill Tiny.
Avalanche, they found another one. JT on the run. Primal Roar with the Boars. They'll go to the Rolling Thunder. JT trying to juke it out, but he's got a Blink Dagger to jump right on top of JT again. And it's just pickoff after pickoff for Aster.Aries constantly.
Still keeping things even. Temporary Assassin farming a lot, but the rest of the team, like, they are getting their timings delayed by so much. This is post 20-minute mark, Helm of the Overlord. Abba doesn't care too much about it. Tiny could also, like, if they focus him down with this Echo Saber tree grab, a couple of hits from Abba, he's gonna drop.
Looks like there could be a Wraith King in the game with all the skeletons over mid. But it is just JT controlling his Dark Troll Summoner. Raising the dead.
And I said Kaka needs to get more farm. I'll hold that thought. They got Mirana. They need to go for these supports. I said that they need to get these easy pickoffs. Can't really try to kill Abba. Pango even might be too difficult kill to get because he's super tanky. Does have Dragon Scale as well and Shard. Yeah, so you need to stun lock him. You need to silence him with Phantom's Embrace. But to go back to Kaka, I wanted to see him put more points in Stroke of Fate. He did max it out. Didn't even pick up level 10 talent, which is really good, especially with the Shard. -5 seconds on Inkswell, but wants to get more farm. I want to see him like just farm. Give him one lane. I think JT might need to sacrifice a bit of his farm so Kaka can get that Aghanim Scepter upgrade.
How do you feel about what Ghost is doing? He's had BKB queued up for a while, and when they got the Aegis, he instead bought out on Blink Dagger, and then he bought out on Shard, so he's delaying this BKB, but I mean, they haven't really fought with Ghost, so it's kind of working out where he's not dying and he's pushed back this item.
Yeah, I like it. Most of the time, carries do this. When they are holding on to Aegis, they swap their item build. You don't want to have a BKB.
It's just so unfortunate. You're not even, like, thinking that arrow's going to hit you, but Kaka dodges in, then it goes to the back and hits you instead. Rolling Thunder, Moonlight Shadow. And that's stopped by Shang-Chi, so quick little roll there. You can see with that Shard, they've got the silence. It's a way to stop kisses for sure. If you could just throw a trap, get a quick silence out there.
We see Temporary Assassins picking it up for themselves. Like one of the few carries that buy early Shard.
Yeah, I don't want to wait for that Roche to get it. It's just too good. I think it's one of the best Shards in the game. So, top tier 2. Taken down without contest. Ghost going to continue to push with this Helm of the Overlord creep. It's Ancient Black Dragon. Really nothing doing, and 12 seconds left on the Aegis as things will stay quiet. He's got the Mithril Hammer on that BKB, and they are just allowing Ghost to do whatever he wants in terms of farm. I'm surprised with how much White Album was able to accomplish in this game, where he's 5-1-5. He's sitting below the Pango in net worth, and not too far ahead of JT, and now behind him. Like, you think about the contrast of their game, JT's 1-3, and White Album 5-1, 10 of 12. Like,
these were early kills, and also, like, it's Pango. Shield crash, swashbuckle. Yeah. Everybody experienced it in their own pubs. You try to get some farm. He's right in front of you, especially now with the Blink Dagger. You know that he's going to go for that wave. Usually, you don't have like 3 waves to farm. At least 1 is pushed out. So, he does not get priority. We've seen even yesterday with Tiny, when Aster was playing, that Boboka was getting the farm. XWY, being on the receiving side, didn't get too much of that farm. I think at one point, Boboka might have had more farm than XWY.
Oh, I thought you were going to say at one point he was griefing. Because he would walk up to a creep wave and steal every last hit from XWY. Might catch JT again. Kaka's also in the vicinity. Rolling Thunder, Blink, Kaka caught. Mortimer's Kisses, a little bit too far to get JT, but they get the kill on the Kaka, and with the Rolling Thunder, now the Kisses will follow up.
I don't know what the plan is. Xtreme Gaming, they look so disconnected. Storm Spirit's on the mid lane. Maybe they thought he will pop Haste Rune, join them, but as soon as you lose one hero, like, this fight looks very over. Ghost also has been on a different side of the map, and it looks really good for Aster.Aries. Like, looking at the itemization, they are going to build it to multiple Heaven's Halberd. Morana's going for 1. Lucky Shot is there. Pango's also thinking for going 1, but wants to get Lincolns now to protect against the Beastmaster's Roar.
Yeah, I don't really know if you need the Lincolns, right? You've got ways to protect against this Roar, I would say. Ball Lightning all the way from behind. Paparazzi not going to be able to catch Red Panda in the spot where he's been safe multiple times. They do, however, finally get that tier 1 tower. See Shang-Chi struggling with this Ancient Black Dragon, by the way, top.
He's trying his best. We'll eventually take it down. It's a commitment, but easy 250.
Well worth it. Did lose his Courier, which had the ulti orb on it. And a 5-man smoke from Xtreme. Maybe
their
sensing
team fight
that Roche
is
soon.
not as good compared to what they have on Aster.Aries. Mortimer's Kisses on cooldown for 20 seconds. Maybe they want to use this timing. Abba's ulti has not been even proc this game.
Well, TK. That's a quick way to get a kill. They'll look over at Uu, but they've got the toss up into the air on a Kaka Avalanche. They will bully the support as the BKB gets popped by Ghost. The right-click damage is going to be enough. Not yet. They've got the cookie. They've got Ghost in trouble with the BKB.
Oh, Pango's fine.
He went pretty far on that toss. They get the kill on a DY, so it ends up being a 2-for-1 and a 5-man smoke from Xtreme. They just don't have the damage.
They need to split the map. I don't think they can straight up 5 versus 5 against Aster.Aries' lineup. They need to be able to get a pick off with this Storm Spirit. Grimstroke, they can play together. Templar Assassin maybe joins. They burst 1 target. But they also need Aghanim Scepter on Grimstroke. I think that's too good of an item. And I want to see Kaka just get 2 minutes in the lane to be able to farm it.
Yeah, he's not too far away. He's 1,200 gold out. So giving him that amount of farm, I guess it's bringing JT a BKB. But if they were to swap who's got priority a little bit. Like Shadow, Ghost, Soulbind, Force Staff back, but the Mortimer's Kisses from a distance. Paparazzi's in, has the Vortex on a Shang-Chi.
That was so close.
Do they have any vision here?
50 HP on Templar Assassin. If she has a different item other than Pupil's Gift, she dies her. That's 300 HP coming out from Pupil's Gift.
Going into the MKB. Thought about going for Daedalus, but switched to MKB. We'll see if Ghost sticks to that. Roche up in 40 seconds, and I kind of want to say Xtreme need this. Because if Aster.Aries get it, I don't know if Xtreme have the damage to deal with, say, Ulu twice.
Xtreme Gaming didn't really achieve much. Yes, they got like a pick off for 2. They got this tier 2 tower a long time ago. But ever since then, it's been Aster.Aries. AC is going to be done on Abba, and he also does have level 3 ulti down to 40 seconds. Red Panda has been holding on to Gem for a very long time, so they see traps, and they also see Templar Assassin with Meld. So pretty good pickup.
Little trap spree over there, and just 25, 25. This is a Gem paying for itself.
I remember when trap was 1 gold. You had to buy sentries to get 1 gold.
Such awful value. Seriously. Back in the days of what, 1 courier as well, right?
Yeah.
We really just need a content piece with you just going, I remember.
Yeah. I mean, I've been there since the beginning, but I don't remember a lot of these stuff. There's some stuff that I remember, but it has changed so much, and I'm also getting old, so my memory is not the greatest.
There's stuff I remember, there's stuff I don't remember. Gosh. Now, ooh, it's 2K ahead of this TA. Wow.
Just such a satisfying sound.
Yeah, but that taunt creeps me out a little bit. Kind of weird. Like the horse is riding the Abaddon now? I don't know what's going on in that taunt.
Aghanim Scepter completed on Grimstroke.
Here we go. Here's where the money's going to be made here for Kaka.
Thing is, you don't have Ether Lens. You don't have
there you go.
Any casting range item, no neutral items as well. So if you hold over Soulbind and his Dark Portrait, like, you are very, like, you need to stay far away from a fight, but you also need to get close.
There we go. He's got Dark Portrait now. So you're gonna what? Soulbind, Dark Portrait, hoping you get Ulu on that, right?
He might just get it. Use Dark Portrait. I don't think you need to get another illusion from Soulbind.
Ulu running in. And he'll use that Dark Portrait. So now they've got this Abaddon running around and just right-clicking away onto this Red Panda. Snapfire, look at the damage he's taking just from the Dark Portrait. Avalanche tossed back, arrow flying through. BKB very, very, very early from Ghost. Ball lightning in, BKB from Paparazzi. They get the kill on a Red Panda. They'll look over at Ulu, who popped the borrowed time. Ball lightning back the other way. They'll buy back on the Snapfire.
White Album caught him.
Uh-oh, White Album, Avalanche, toss, killing a Paparazzi with no BKB. DY just TPing out. BKB's been popped by White Album. Ulu now on the main line.
Another Dark Portrait is available. Problem is, White Album has that Arcane Rune. He popped the BKB with it. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're going to take this fight anymore.
They're not committing to Roche, though, on Aster.Aries.
Ghost, no BKB, as you said. Got to be careful.
Such an early BKB from him, and he was so far behind. There they go. They're into Roche. They make anything happen. They'll have the Boar walk in. They'll smoke up. Axis cooking. Oh, DY got the kill, but they'll snatch Aegis on Ulu. Primal Roar is out.
Oh no, he pushed him out.
And now they look over as this Pango's gonna die. Shanksy, Red Panda, both gone. Red Panda bought back in the previous fight. Those Nature's attendants can't attend to the wounds there on DY, so he's dead. Ulu's got a killing spree. They find Kaka. And will take out this Grimstroke. Did DY happen to grab that shard? No.
No,
Abaddon
I think they got everything.
Yeah, Abaddon got the Aegis and the shard.
A bit of an, again, awkward fight from Xtreme Gaming. They use Soulbind, they use Primal Roar, like they get the value back from Soulbind combo, and like he splits them out. Like he's gonna push out Abba out of the pit. Still, does Illusion deal a ton of damage? It's just, if it gets focused down by Abba and Tiny, it dies immediately, because Illusion does 150% of damage and receives 350. It's magic immune, so right clicks from Abba, Tiny can easily kill it. But I think that's what they need to do.
Yeah, you can see that when it runs down someone like Red Panda, he just has to kind of deal.
And Grimstroke, the most damage done on
That's
Xtreme Gaming. Well, almost most damage in the game.
Yeah.
He's the second one. Tiny on top, kind of as expected, because White Album has been very involved, as you said, in 17 out of 19 kills.
Now MKB finished for Templar, so I said, yeah, just Grimstroke being the top damage dealer? Like Ghost, he's got 6 charges on the Deso, he's got the MKB coming out, like where's his damage? He's gonna try and get a tier 2 in the mid lane while they go for a tier 3 bot, and they are taking it very quickly. Whoa. Ghost feeling the urge to TP back. I really think this game is very much for Aster.Aries at the moment.
Definitely looks like it. Ybb with the Blink Dagger, he can jump the backlines, find these supports. If you manage to get on top of Grimstroke, there's only like one defensive ability, and that's like Force Staff from Enchantress to push him out of the trouble. He's also holding Aegis for another 2.5 minutes. Paparazzi going into Ags next.
Aetherun's picked up for Kaka, by the way.
That's gonna help out, keeping the distance. Most of the time, he gets in and gets blown up by Tiny.
What does Ghost want? Swift Blink?
Yeah, I could see them. I could see Hurricane Pike before Swift Blink.
Yeah. There's the cue of it.
Now with that MKB, it's gonna help out actually dealing damage. You're playing into Radiance. You will eventually play it into Heaven's Halberds. They have had 2 queued up. Shang-Chi switching his item build multiple times. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Just the Rolling Thunder, Indiana Jones running away from the rock. Just trying to make sure he doesn't get bumped up in the air. So Paparazzi with that double damage. And almost that X. He's very close. Like you said, he's building it, but only 1,200 gold away.
Try to delay as much as possible. They notice how much damage Aster.Aries does when they start hitting the towers. So they lose one hero. This Aegis didn't really slow them down as much on Extreme. Sure, they wanted to be able to pick it up, and now they see Ybb need to fall back. No way they kill this guy.
Lots of TP's back. He's now 20, so he picks up the plus 0.4 seconds on Vortex, which is obviously what he's trying to upgrade there with the Ags. So that should really work out for him. I don't know if that control, they still need to output the damage. They have to have Ghost feel confident in stepping up into a situation where he gets a good Vortex, right?
Yeah, I mean, you have double Primal Roar potentially with Soulbind and then full Vortex with Aghanim Scepter, so you can keep them in place for a very long time so that Ghost can actually jump in and deal the damage. We didn't talk too much about Tiny, but White Album, he picked up Moonshard.
Yeah, so just destroy towers in the blink of an eye.
It's not just Moonshard, it's Moonshard Shard.
Ooh.
So that's the build.
I like that build.
It was the old school build as carry Tiny, and
Vortex.
Let's see if they can burst him.
And they've got the BKB from both Ghost and Paparazzi, who's going to go in, and he's got himself a basher, so Ghost isn't too free to just do whatever he wants, but they've got the Primal Roar, they've got the right clicks coming in. They also will right click and light up Shang-Chi, but the arrow lands on a Ghost. So now Uwu is right on top of him, and Ghost is in trouble, will fall. Uwu does die in return, though, so it's not all bad for Xtreme Gaming, as TK's on the high ground and will TP out.
This Dark Portrait is doing so much work. They jump Tiny. He does not even get a BKB off in that fight. They lock him down, and he dies. I want to see the damage done. 4,000 by Templar Assassin. Okay, Grimstroke. I don't know if it counts. I don't think he dealt 600 damage. I'm not sure if this is being counted in, because he got some really good right clicks. Inkswell plus Stroke of Fate. I feel like it's not adding it up.
Yeah, 33 damage from Grimstroke, apparently. But the Abaddon did 761, so yeah. Is Abaddon just getting padded stats because there's another Abaddon hitting?
Could be stealing his stealing his damage.
Tier 3 mid, that goes down. They'll go for the set of racks. Don't take it as quickly as a blink of an eye of Aster.Aries when they've got the tiny wailing into it. Ghost feeling vulnerable with that Basher pickup from the Abaddon. Even with that BKB, he tried to stand his ground, and all of a sudden, bash. Your BKB duration's pretty much over, right?
Needs to have Hurricane Pike or needs to be saved by DY. He does have one available. DY is sitting on a lot of gold. 3,000 gold, thinking about getting Pipe, or if he needs to be able to deal damage. I assume eventually you just like switch that up and get that Hurricane Pike. Never mind. Never mind, going defensive. I've seen way too many Enchantresses in the Chinese region being greedy and also wanting to carry the game.
But it pays off. It really does. Rolling Thunder, blink. Oh, JT, BKB. Turning around, he's got Inkswell. But
would definitely love to roar him there. Lincoln Sphere coming in very handy for Shanxi.
Spell Prism for both teams. Who picked it up for SG? Storm. So Storm's got the Spell Prism there. Abaddon's got the Spell Prism for himself.
Wants to lower the cooldown burrow time with that level 20 talent down to 28 seconds. So I assume you can have it 2 times. Like all you need is 1 Force Staff to push you out of the trouble, 1 Glimmer Cape.
I wouldn't mind Kaka having it, the Spell Prism, as he's got Ninja Gear at the moment, which giving him the extra movement speed, but putting what, Dark Portrait on 20-something second cooldown would be nice. 5-man smoke, both teams. Ocean 2.5 minutes, and Dark Portrait on Illusion action. And it's gonna farm for him too. Sure.
That's how you do it. 3,000 gold now in Kaka.
Look at that.
Soulbind down to 50 seconds. Maybe if the fight is long enough, you're gonna be able to get 2 of those. Aster.Aries with the smoke.
He's gonna be taken from behind, and he'll pop the BKB. Now he needs to run. Kisses were used for that. They had the Moonlight Shadow used to get there too. So
Ghost
he'll survive.
Needs to be careful. Rest of the team is there. Basher on Pango, but no Swashbuckle available. Also, Pango's holding on to Witchbane. This is a really good item against Storm Spirit. Like anyone who has big mana works really nice. And also you have a Dispel mechanic, so you could remove Inkswell from the enemies.
See if he's thinking on his feet.
JT has Divine Rapier queued up. Yeah, definitely not going for that one, Chief.
I mean, he could. There's always a could. DUI, Nature's Attendance, Force Staffing back. There's the Dark Portrait.
Where are you going?
Kaka. Inkswell on the Dark Portrait, and now he's just going to right-click away onto Uwu.
Got silenced.
Throw out the avalanche there. I think he forgets that it's spell immune. Soulbind. More Invictus shots. Meanwhile, there's an Ancient Black Dragon taking the bottom tier 3, so just keep him here while we take your base. Because there goes the tower. They're going to go in with the Rolling Thunder. They go into the BKB with the right clicks coming through. They've got the toss up into the air and a Paparazzi. They blow them both up. They both have buyback. DY looking like he's going to be next, and he'll fall. All 3 heroes have buyback, but guys, your base.
Now they're TPing out.
It's going down. TK tries to TP. Now he's trying to leap away. Silenced by the trap. The right click's coming in. The Deso damage is through, and TK's going to fall. Kaka died again, though, to White Album.
They can't bash him.
JT can't get bashed, so he's just going to TP out.
Those missed chances. Evasion, 20% from Trickster. So I feel like they missed 4 attacks.
100%.
I don't think this is worth it for Xtreme Gaming because Paparazzi died. They used 2 buybacks on 2 supports. We'll see if they manage to take this Roche without being contested, and it seems like it's not going to be a thing.
Ooh, that was a good gobble up spit out. I don't know too. You don't think that's worth taking the bottom set of racks?
just one set of racks for 2 supports. Like, the game could potentially end if you don't. If 2 supports die, you're playing 3 versus 5, and now this opened up the road for Aster.Aries.
Yeah. No, if they take the Aegis, yeah, you're right. Axes. Anybody risking? Anybody willing? No. Okay. So what did that drop?
Refresher, cheese,
shard.
Shanxi. We'll get out of the trouble.
Right, Panic, like, you had to bring that last right click to me? Splash damage coming in?
White Album with Moonshard and his shard plus Daedalus, like, you lose a fight, you lose a game against this one. AC on Abba, you have so much attack speed. Abba also wants to get level 25, just bought a book for himself.
Who else is close to 25? TA is already 25. 7 more refraction instances. Is Kaka 20 yet? No. Wondering if he wanted to take the plus 1,000 cast range on Stroke of Fate.
He does have A on this time around. Like, we see Aether Lens, and also DY has been holding Telescope, so extra cast range gotta come in very handy.
Paparazzi goes south, pops the BKB, and now Kaka's in trouble. The Aeon Disc, it's going to be used, and they get the kill into Shanxi, but they've got, Kaka trying to run. Dark Portrait, Mortimer's Kisses, there goes Kaka. Soulbind on him, right-clicks in. Ooh, he's happy to run forward. He's got an Aegis.
We'll be able to blink
Dark
out.
Portrait, looking for other heroes, and will eventually die.
It dies so quickly. If there's no mischance, they right-click it down a few times, dies almost instantly. Abba manages to blink out, and we see the power of this borrowed time. 28-second cooldown. With Spell Prism, going into Overwhelming Blink next.
Is TA going to go for the Ags? No. Swift Blink. If you're going to get Ags, it's going to be from Roche to have that Psionic Projection. I was thinking, because they're doing like this rat maneuvers, I was thinking about maybe, you throw Trap Top, Psionic Projection, boom, 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 blink into the trees, project back.
I don't know if they want to play this type of a game. Like, sure, they want to get like the most out of it to try to split out as much as you can. But then again, you will need to take fight eventually.
So Tiny, he's 25, 2 toss charges. Start to juggle some heroes, and that -1 on the Curse of Avernus attacks required. That's gonna make that very strong. Especially with how fast, like Abaddon with farm, his attack speed's so crazy. It is very quick.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, you also need to, now with that level 25 talent, -1 attack required to slow people down.
And he's going Overwhelming Blink, so if he just blinks in, I don't know how you deal with him if he's got, especially this Aegis. Shiva's Satanic for White Album. All of a sudden, we talked about him not getting the farm priority back in the mid-game, but he is 3rd in the net worth. Ghost pushing top, bottom lane though. Ball Lightning back and forth. Storm would love to have that level 25. Cookie even deeper. Venom's Embrace. Trap for the silence. Gobble up, spit out, blink away to avoid that. But now White Album going for the toss. He's in very far. Soulbind onto both him as well as Uwu. They've got the bash though on a Paparazzi. He needs to be careful. Ball Lightning away. They've disarmed Ghost, and they'll take the bottom tier 3.
JT doing the same thing. Pango forced to TP out and try to defend Barracks.
Yeah, and he's going to go forward with this and trying to get through backdoor. Ball Lightning, top of the borrowed time. They've got the Vortex to trap down the silence. The arrow's not going to land. White Album, he looks like he's just going to die. He doesn't have buyback. He's actually dead for 100 seconds. Kaka falls, both supports without buyback for the side of Xtreme
Dark
Gaming.
Portrait.
Right clicks from Ghost in onto these heroes. Gobble up, spit out. TK thrown into the base and silence up thanks to the trap, but they got the stun on the Ghost. Paparazzi 3-man Vortex with the damage coming in. TK's gonna drop. There goes Red Panda, and Uwu's Aegis will finally be used. They're right on him. as they will get the silence. The first hit bash from Uwu, but it doesn't look like it's going to keep him alive.
Refresher orb.
Borrowed time, blink away, trying to get out. Will they chase him?
JT
looked like
back.
he was going to get out, but he's able to just blink away there.
JT playing his own type of a game. He forces Shanxi to TP back, and then he buys back. So the fight is 4 versus 5 pretty much. And again, like these, this damage from Ghost is pretty nuts. 10,000 damage dealt in the previous fight.
Silence, Primal Roar, but the Rolling Thunder with the
BKB
pop-up
second
and
cooldown.
Oh no. 100 seconds without Ghost, and you've got these supports back in a second. Is that going to be enough? Buyback only available on the 2 carries at the moment.
It was also a very aggressive move from Aster.Aries. They gobble up and spit out Tiny so deep in. Sure, he does have Satanic, 4,000 HP on him, but still, if he's underneath of tier 4 towers, if he's getting hit by Temper Assassin, he's not going to have that good of a time. Look at this graph. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, 3K lead for Aster.Aries. Like, really ahead. And then really not ahead. Vortex on it 2. TK dies. Another Dark Portrait running at these heroes. I don't know if he really likes that refresher. The Dive Bomb Hawk dropping down onto Uwu. He's only at half health. Like, right clicks the impetus. DUI? He just takes out your carry. That would feel really bad. The blink with the BKB, the Primal Roar on the White Album. Shanxi comes in with the Rolling Thunder, and Kaka's going to get hit by that. The Mortimer's Kiss is right on top of him, but he's got the Aeon Disc. So he's level 25. He ended up taking the +3 hits to the Phantom's Embrace. That will make it 12.
And no one's going to die.
Buyback. Yeah, after all that, nobody dies. But they will have TA in a second, so not forced to use buyback. Well, the Marauder died. Other than that, nobody else died.
Temper Assassin is going for that Silverite, something that we did mention at the start of the game, where you can't silence him with either Trap, with Phantom's Embrace, break him, and then insta-kill him. So his ulti will not activate.
Can't borrow time if it's not available like that. Gets that second side, so Curse of Avernus slow and the 8 strength on that first talent. Level 27. JT level 24, so he's about to hit that 25 mark. Taking a look at what he might take. It's the Primal Roar cooldown or the -5 seconds of the Wild Axes. Is there ever a point where we just see him finally get the Drums of Slum?
Not really. There's always a better item to purchase on Beastmaster. Even though it did get buffed in the previous patch, it still doesn't feel like it's good enough.
The prize is mine.
5-man smoke from Aster.Aries.
Top lane being pushed out one more time by Ancient Black Dragon, couple of boars. White Album needs to defend it. 50 minutes. We see some 6-slotted heroes. And Ulu, finally, he is swapping things around. Radiance is turned off. They are smoked, but he can also keep that off until Dark Portrait is used, then pop it.
Has he learned to just keep it off at all times? Or, well, not all times, but before
if you
the
keep
fight
it off
starts?
the old times, why did you even buy Radiance?
Yeah, you know. I was quick to say the sentence. I meant before the fight. But he'll turn it back on. They're going for the Silver Edge on Ghost, so want that break. See if they can kill TK. Buyback's starting to come up for everybody. Everybody but TK and JT have it. So if you have 2 letters, you do not have buyback. Ooh, Swashbuckle Bash, but TK ripped apart. Mortimer's Kisses, and JT surviving, but Uwu blinking in. Dark Portrait comes through, and the right clicks, he's having to be using his time and attention onto the Dark Portrait. They'll look over at White Album, get the kill. Paparazzi's got that. The Vortex on a 2. Down goes Red Panda, and Ulu all of a sudden is alone. And he is just going to straight up die here to all of Xtreme Gaming.
Paparazzi has stepped up in the last 15 minutes of the game. His vortexes and going for the targets in the fight has been pretty amazing. He takes out Morana immediately, so it's 4 versus 5, gets another vortex. Like some of these vortex did catch even 3 heroes, and now it looks very difficult. They need to pop those buybacks immediately. They need to buy back on Abba as well.
Yeah, they really want the buyback from Abaddon if you're Xtreme. And they might just retreat off that. Roche is up soon. Gobble up, spit out, White Emblem. Lands the Avalanche. They're going to come in with the Rolling Thunder. They'll look over Paparazzi. They have the Abyssal Blade that's going to lock him down, but he goes to the BKB. He'll ball lightning away. The Rolling Thunder is right on top of JT. So he's the one who doesn't have buyback, and he's the one who's going to get killed. 2
They
minutes.
got 2 buybacks out of this one. Roche, 20 seconds. They do have Trap inside it, so they should see something is up.
But still, with no Beastmaster, that is a hard fight to take.
2 minutes. Yeah, this Roche should belong to Aster.Aries, but I also feel Xtreme Gaming will take a fight, even without a Beastmaster. With Paparazzi, he jumps in, pulls them together. Templar Assassin with the follow-up. Was this double smoke? They just wanted to prolong the smoke. And now they see them inside the Roche pit. This is a big one for presence.
Ball lightning, Vortex on a 2, the damage from Ghost! Oh man, blows up Red Panda now going in on a White Album. He doesn't have buyback. Who's next on the list? Uses that Abyssal to lock up Paparazzi, but that's not gonna last for long. Ooh, trying to borrow some time, but nobody's got change. And they'll look over as Ooh get run down. He's the only one of focus, the only one that matters. They'll take him out for 2 minutes and they'll call GG. Xtreme Gaming will take game number 1 over Aster.Aries.
Oh man, this game was so close. Xtreme, they pull it back. They pull their stuff together and they managed to get the dub here. Paparazzi.